Every organization grows on culture. Number one, every business has their culture, and this is how I run my shit, with that culture. Call it by whatever name you want. I'm not going to call it green. I'm not going to call it conscious. Let's call it Lionheart culture. It's a culture. That's what I want those organizations to be for. Because I care about health, healing, and spirituality at first. Business is an extension of health. If you can't make money for yourself, if what you're doing doesn't allow you to grow and actualize yourself, if you cannot work in collaboration with people in a synergetic way to create networks that are alive and real, how can you find repose? It's impossible. So business is an extension of health as far as I'm concerned. Number one thing in life everybody will tell you, everybody who knows them, is health. Business is number two, but it's not number two in an inferior way. It's like you got to be healthy, but in order to be healthy, you need all those elements. And being that people live in business, they spend all their time, or 30, 40, 50 hours at work, business becomes their family and their community. So that's the culture I want to institute in my community. Now, if a person doesn't feel comfortable with this, I respect. I'm not going to hire you. I don't want you here. You're in the wrong place. You need to go over there. You need to go to Starbucks, or you need to go over there where they're selling ice cream. And they just want you to smile, be good, and leave. That's not how I'm working. I invest a lot of energy in people, a lot of energy, especially the people who are today in charge, or the managers. Years of energy you've invested. These are my family members. This is what I wanted to create. So as this grows, it's the same principles applied, but at a lesser potency. Because let's say we have 100 people who are eventually working. Well, the person coming in is far, but it's the same culture, because if they stay long enough, they're coming towards the center. And through their process, they're building their health, they're healing, they're learning about themselves, their family environment is evolving. As our businesses grows, we can help communities, etc., etc. That's a culture. It's a mindset. This is what I stand for. This is what's true for me, and is what I aspire to as a quote-unquote entrepreneur. For me, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a society builder. And the essence of all society is dharma, and dharma is the power of life. And the medicine man's job is to help people tune to that power of life. And then the second part is, well, how do you express that or actualize your nature in the world in order to serve people? And all of that for me is one thing. This is called a society. These are the foundations of it. So as I said at the very onset, I started being interested in money, not for the sake of business. I don't give a fuck about business. It's to create a life that I want to live. And my life is I share with people. I'm not a recluse. I don't want to live isolated in the mountains. I enjoy people. I also enjoy my solitude, and a nice balance of both. But I love people. I love women, of course. I love my friends and my guy friends, and I like to help everybody grow. So I want to be with people, but I want to create a community that respects my values. That's why I'm the leader. Because these are my values, these are my ideals, these are my aspirations. This is what I want to build. And the modern world gives you that place to do that. In the next coming years, for those who are intelligent, you're going to be able to scale that to a greater degree. It's going to come with new challenges. We're not there yet. But today, the modern world allows you to do that. As long as you're good to people, and you help people grow, and you help people make a living for themselves. Do whatever you want. Just be respectful. And in my heart of heart, I am. So this is what I get to build. Business has never been the interest. It's health healing. And health healing means what? Like I said, I'm going to repeat it for those who didn't understand. Health healing means, by the definition of health healing, means disease. Disease means what? You have to understand what health is. Health is dharma, the life power, the nature power, the energy at the very base of life itself is health. And disease means you're off alignment. And the doctor, the medicine man, the shaman helps you tune. Once you're tuned, now health starts to circulate in you. And now health has to express itself, and health expresses itself through service. And how are you going to serve? With the God-given gifts that nature has endowed you. So how can we separate quote-unquote business, which is service, from health? It's the same. And now another aspect of my community is, well, now we help people develop the skills to serve. Because you may want to serve, but you don't have the skills. So we're now going to teach you to develop the skills in alignment with Dharma. And for me, this is non-negotiable. This is how I want to do things. And if a person doesn't resonate with this, I love you, I respect you, God bless you, get the hell out of my face and let me go about my business and go about yours. So this is how I build my life. And it takes time, respect. It takes a lot of time. And you have to, especially at the start, you have to nurture relations. You have to build a solid team that then can go, then you can expand and work with people who are further away. But you need to build a solid team. And it's not easy to build a solid team. It's not easy to surround yourself with people that you can trust. The people make mistakes. Mistakes is part of life. That's how you learn. But that you trust that when they make the mistake, they're going to figure it out. Even if they may need help to figure it out, and then they're going to correct themselves so not to make the mistake. That's what trust is. I trust that once you make the mistake, you're going to do everything in your power to not make the mistake again, and see where in your system there's a flaw, and where you're going to seal your nervous system so you don't have that blind spot that made you make the mistake in the first place. Now that's how I operate. That's how I see life. As you can see, everything for me is one. How your nervous system works, which is health, is also connected to the expression of yourself, which we can call business. And if you make a mistake on one side, it's because there's a corresponding dis-ease in your nervous system. So all of this has to come together. This is the culture I am interested in growing and developing. And this is also an experiment. Let's see. And anything else doesn't interest me. I'm not interested in a random person that just comes, has their attitude. We have nothing in common besides the fact that maybe we have an iPhone. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be, that's just not who I am. So this is what the modern world offers. Thank the gods for this, that you can create a life as you want to create. If you have the basic of understanding of how the world works, the world is not blocking you from doing this. Again, the key is respect people, non-violence, respect people, respect quote unquote diversity. They're doing it this way, just, the rules. But I'm here to serve, so